Hi you guys, my name is Alan and I run and operate Dog World Order. So we are here at Upland Jr High School and I'm glad and humbled to be invited simply because it's an opportunity for us to share with the younger generation that traditional path of college isn't always for everybody. For some it will be and it'll be great, but there are different forms of being able to find your way in this world. Had I let someone talk me out of it and go, what are you doing going to apply over there to be an animal control officer? You don't know anything about that. Why would you go apply there? I didn't know all this stuff. I got a chance to learn all this stuff being out on the field, for us to be able to open up that lens for those children, for them to see that it isn't just one way to make your way in this world. So the response that we've gotten from the kids so far has been great. They were involved, they were asking questions, and they wanted to figure out, how do we get involved? That kind of stuff. You could, like, we didn't even talk about like being a veterinarian, grooming, right? We didn't even talk about grooming. Grooming is another one where you just are bathing and cutting dogs' hair. And so for them to see that whether they wanted to be a lawyer, you could be an animal rights lawyer. Whether you wanted to be in the medicine field, you could be a veterinarian. It's been great. The engagement has been awesome, and we're just glad to be here. We believe it's very important for them to be exposed to the type of work that we do. A lot of people have this idea that training, working with dogs, is simply just teaching commands. What we do is we educate clients, everybody really, on dog psychology and behavior. It's learning about body language. We use body language with ourselves, with humans, right? So what is my dog doing when they're processing energy? In his case, what you might notice with Lalo, you might notice a little bit of trembling. Can you guys see it? Dogs will choose a couple different options, and it's one of these three: fight, flight, or freeze. And so I think it's great for us to be able to share that with everybody, for them to be exposed to that level of communication. So kids these days don't get very much education when it comes to dogs. They just tell you potty train it, put it on a leash. Dogs communicate like that with each other all the time. Body language. What does it look like when a dog is afraid of you guys? Building trust with the dog. A lot of people want their dog to follow you and all that, but if there's no leadership, there's no trust, there will be no follow. There will be no cohesiveness, of course. Of course the bell rings at the I initially did not know what I wanted to do in junior high school, in high school, until I took a shot, took an opportunity, and just applied to be an animal control officer. I didn't realize how much I actually enjoyed it until I was in there doing it. And in that field, with the great field training officers that I had, they exposed me to dog behavior and dog psychology. And we found ourselves earlier this month at Warner Brothers Studios, backstage, training, doing some stuff on the Disney Plus channel, on National Geographic, the Cesar Millan show, and being up at his ranch, doing work with dogs up there. And we're here now being able to kind of share that wealth of knowledge that we've been able to acquire over the last 12 years. Some of the questions that the kids were asking when we were getting the Q&A going was, how do we get started? How did I begin in this career path? Well, I was able to share with them how one of my dogs is a rescue. Lalo, like I said, he was just in a shelter. Nobody was adopting him. And so he would have just stayed there. And I decided, I'm like, you know what? I think he could be a good addition to my pack. And so we added him on, and now look at, he goes everywhere with us. The engagement was great on that, and they wanted to learn more about it. And again, we were just able to be here and provide some of those answers for them. So again, I hope you guys take those opportunities to do something that you guys are curious about. I really do. I'd love to thank Upland Junior High School for inviting us out to their career day. This was great to see so many different professions alongside us, and that it wasn't always just a traditional, the doctor and the policeman and the fireman. Not to say there's nothing wrong with that, but there's different avenues. There was so many different professions here. One of them that they decided to invite us out for was being the dog behaviorist, right? And not every dog is gonna get along with every dog, just like sometimes we're not gonna get along with everybody, but we still need to be respectful to everybody. From diesel mechanics to everything that was provided today, we're just super humble and appreciative of the opportunity to be able to share with the younger generation here what it is that we do and how we're changing the dog training field as we used to know it.